Suppose you were to make an argument that something is true, say that Bob did not steal any apples. Suppose that Alice here were to respond to that argument by saying something like, "But we can't be 100% certain that that's true, so your argument should be rejected." Would Alice's argument be valid? After all, it is true that we can't really be 100% certain of anything. As the famous Greek philosopher Socrates once said, "The only thing of which I can be certain is my own ignorance." Let's explore the appeal to uncertainty fallacy to find out. An appeal to uncertainty is where somebody claims that uncertainty in general is a reason to believe or disbelieve a specific claim. Nearly everything is uncertain to some extent. After all, how can you be certain that you're not dreaming right now? You might actually be a very intelligent horse having a dream about what being a human is like. Or you might be part of a simulation. Every piece of information that you might use to test whether that is true might itself be part of a dream or simulation. The universe may be a very different place to what you think it is. But that level of uncertainty is not usually relevant to what decision to make or what to believe. That's because it tells us nothing about what specific things might be true in a completely different world that we know nothing about. For every possible dream world in which Bob did steal the apples, there's an equally possible alternative in which Bob didn't. The only sensible thing to do is make decisions on the information that you know, even if it might turn out not to be true. After all, that's what you do when you're actually dreaming, but don't know it. You go through life as if it were real. It's the only sensible thing to do. Here's an easy way to test whether an argument is committing the appeal to uncertainty fallacy. See whether the argument applies equally to whether the Earth orbits the Sun. If it does, you know that the person making the argument has given you no better reason to believe the claim that he or she is making than a claim that the Earth doesn't orbit the Sun. So if Alice says, "You say that there's no evidence that Bob stole any apples, but things can be true even when there's no evidence of them, so you should believe that Bob did steal apples," you can see whether the same reasoning would apply to whether the Earth orbits the Sun. Alice might equally have said, "There's no evidence that the Earth doesn't orbit the Sun, but things can be true when there's no evidence of them. So you should reject the claim that the Earth orbits the Sun." In this case, Alice's claim doesn't pass the test. She's using general uncertainty to make a specific claim, and that's not valid. However, if Alice had said, "We can't be sure whether Bob stole any apples, but here is some specific evidence that he might have stolen them." There's not enough evidence to go to the police, but it's enough to say that you shouldn't employ him to guard your orchard. Then this would pass the test. That's because the conclusion is based on specific evidence. You can then analyze the specific evidence and see whether it really is a sufficient reason for the conclusion. Check out our videos on deconstructing argument and reasoning about uncertainty to find out more about how to do that. Have you come across any examples of the appeal to uncertainty recently? If so, let us know in the comments. And if you like this video, check out our other videos on critical thinking and liberal values. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this one.